the legendary Antediluvian civilizations and their very advanced technology. We're talking about pre-flood civilizations. The lower left-hand side shows the lightning rod of Zeus. This is supposedly the exact copy of what is in one of the Tibetan monasteries in the Himalayas, a copy of what was given to Alexander the Great. This is the exact reason that he went towards the east. This was one of his goals, to obtain this secret technology. It was supposedly given to him in the Taklamakan desert of China, where he lost a third of his warriors, 10,000 of them. He went there to meet an Atlantean extraterrestrial who was to land there with a UFO to give him this this artifact, this weapon. And this supposedly, one of the things it was able to do was change the materialistic frequency of a person into, to transform him into another dimension. And he did receive this technology. He did obtain his goal. So this is one of the things that the ancients had. They're said to have developed highly advanced sciences and technologies that would obviously have a direct bearing on what is now happening around the world. A developed world in some ways could have had more advantages than we have today. For example, all mankind spoke only one language. This must have facilitated artistic and scientific achievements, which requires the collective effort of many with varying abilities. And also, the long lifespan of most people at the time meant that they could continue to develop what they had learned over the years. Remember, before the flood, they used to live hundreds of years. This is recorded in the Genesis of the Bible. So they had long lifespans of most people at the time, meant they could continue to develop what they learned over the years. At least that is what we have learned from the ancient scripts in the Bible. Many say that when the book refers to years in people, it's rather the number of those years in months. Well, that's not so. So everything we know about people who lived from villages and 200 years, perhaps we should calculate them in another unit of measurements, either months or weeks. That's not so. Depending on the allegorical hidden text and the one who wrote the ancient text wanted to pass. What's certain, however, is that in the history of man, there have been advanced civilizations which at some point disappeared, and we can think of this reason with great imagination. But one element is that is sure to remain from all this is that evolution is not necessarily the means of survival. It's not the key that will give you the certainty that you will exist forever. Perhaps if we ever managed to have science together with ethics, evolution together with spirit, we would lay more foundations in the certainty of the continuity of our civilization. And to say the word civilization, you must first of all be aware of the whole of humanity, and not for children to die of thirst and lack of clean water and food. This is not a civilization, it's an evolutionary smear with whatever suits us. And that's why we have to insist and keep saying we don't have so much confidence in the possibility of the civilization to continue to survive. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.